Many of you requested this tutorial, so I'll try to answer as many questions as I can today. I'll guide you step by step on how to design an Instagram puzzle for the new Instagram feed. In this video, I'll give you the new sizes, show you the safe areas, give you design tips, and also show you how to work with the puzzle so you can post carousels and reels while maintaining the puzzle. On top of all of that, I'm gonna show you a free app that you can use to split this puzzle within Canva. All the tips that I'm gonna share here on this video today are completely free and also super easy to follow. But I do recommend you watch the whole video until the end so you don't miss any of the important steps that I'm going to mention. Before we start designing, we need to have very clear the new size of our Instagram posts. So the new size is this one, is 1080 by 1350 pixels. This is a ratio of 4:5, and if we want to create a puzzle like this one in which we see a grid of 3:3, we need to do the math. So basically we are going to multiply these numbers by 3, and this is going to give us the right size to create our Canva document, which is 3240 by 4050 pixels. Now we're gonna go to canva.com to create our Instagram puzzle document, and for this we need to create a custom size design. So we're gonna click here, and then you're going to enter 3240 as width and 4050 for height. Make sure that your units are set on pixels, and then create new design. And now that we have our new project ready, we need to create some guides, and for this we also need to understand two different things. We already know that the new post size for Instagram is a ratio of 4:5, but in reality what we see in the feed is going to be something different. The feed preview is actually a different ratio. It is 3:4, and that means that when you are going to be designing, you need to have this feed preview into consideration, and that means that we have a safe area in which we are going to contain all the important information, all the text, and everything that you want to be visible on the feed. And this is why guides are going to be your best friend while designing your puzzle. For this, you're gonna go to File, Settings, and Add Guides. From here, select Custom, and we're going to create 3 columns, 3 rows. Remember that we are creating a grid of 3:3, and we need to create a gap of 65 pixels. Make sure that you enter this number on this cell and not this one. This gap is going to show us the area that is not going to be visible in the feed, but still we need to have this space into consideration while designing. And now we also need to add a margin of 32.5 pixels. Click Add Guides. So let me explain again. Each of these squares or rectangles that you see on this grid are going to be one post. So we have 9 different posts, and these little gaps are actually these areas in red that we see here. These are not going to be visible in the feed, as I already mentioned, and we should design everything inside this green area, which is going to be these squares right here. Now it's time to design our puzzle. I'm gonna give you a couple of tips here, but I'm gonna go really fast on the design part as there are a lot of technical tips that I need to show you on this video. So the first thing that you want to have into consideration is that you can still use templates, even though you have created a custom size document. So you can go to Design, and under Templates you can browse or you can search for templates that will help you create your puzzle. Something important here is that if you bring any template to your design, this one is going to fill the entire page. But remember that we are designing to create 9 different posts. So in this case, you will need to take your design and resize it so it fits only one of these rectangles. This is going to be a single post in here. Now, if you want to come closer, you can use this slider right here to come closer to your design and make the changes that you need. Another tip that I want to give you here is that if you want to continue working with templates, you can add a page, come here to the design tab, and if you want to add another template that you see here on this menu, you can add it to the new page, take the elements, you can drag them or simply copy and paste them here, and before you do anything else, you're going to resize them as they are going to be grouped, and then position them wherever you want them to go on this puzzle. I've taken some time off camera to be able to create this design in here. I already have this puzzle ready, but I have it here ready with me to show you something that will allow you to create this seamless puzzle Instagram feed on your account. Something important that I believe is going to make your feed look very, very nice is to maintain the same color palette. In this case, I'm using this red, black, and an off-white in the background. I'm also using the photos. All of the photos that I have in here are in black and white or in grayscale, and I'm also using the same font combo. So I'm using in here Cooper BT, and this one is called School Bell. And as you can see on all of the posts, I'm using the same style of elements. Another tip while designing your puzzle, and that I have mentioned already a couple of times before, is to pay attention to these gaps. If you see on my puzzle, I didn't leave anything here on these gaps, especially the ones in the middle, and that's because that's not going to be visible in the feed. And if you leave something, like for example, let's see, I'm gonna move this lady in here. If you leave this image like this, you won't see this section of the photo and it's going to look very weird. So I really suggest you leave these gaps empty, and I will say we also leave the gaps in the laterals empty. So I will need to adjust a couple of elements in here so they are not located in the lateral gaps. Okay, I think my design should be bulletproof right now. Something else that I was doing with this design and that will allow you to have this seamless Instagram feed on your puzzle is to position certain elements so they are visible in one post but then on the other one above. So I did this with a lot of the posts. So for example, this one here, we have this element that is going to be visible on this post number 1, but also on this post that will be the post number 4. We see this arrow on these two different designs or posts. We see this photo, this element right here, this arrow, and I'm leaving this element here that will allow me to connect the continuation of this Instagram puzzle feed. Something else that I like doing while designing these kind of puzzles is to come very close to each of the pieces to make sure that it looks balanced by itself. So you can do it like this, or if you want, you can add some shapes around. So let's say that I'm going to try to see how this piece looks by itself. I'm going to bring this shape to front, make it black, and then let me try to isolate this post to see if everything is balanced. So this allows me to have a better idea of the composition of this single post, and I actually can move these shapes to another position to see another post composition. So for example, this one, I believe it looks good. Let me see a couple of posts more like this. Looks good. This one looks good. This one also looks good to me, and you're going to double check all of your pieces if you want this way. Lastly, if you are designing a puzzle like this one, I also suggest that if you are using textures in the background, is to use subtle patterns or textures. In this case, I have this paper texture, but I made sure to add some transparency to it. So when I'm trying to continue this puzzle or when I'm adding piece by piece, it doesn't look off. This is pretty important. You can leave a texture if you want, or you can simply leave a plain color like this. Now let me show you a pretty cool trick, and I find it pretty cool because it took me quite a while to understand how to continue a puzzle like this. Let's say that you already post all of these 9 pieces and you want to continue this puzzle effect. So all you have to do is to duplicate this page, and you can work on page 2 or page 1. It really doesn't matter. If you want, we can do it on page 1. And then what you are going to do is to add a square shape. Let me put it to front, and then position this shape on top of the page. So you will see that when you move your shape, you will see this pink guide appearing on top. This is what we want. And also this is going to work if you left a piece like this going above your puzzle. So let me put this shape here, and then I'm going to grab all of the elements on the page and lower them down by holding Shift. And what we want to do is to bring this square shape all the way down until it touches the bottom of the page. What you want to do is to come closer and make sure that you don't see even a pixel of that square shape. And you will be ready to start creating the continuation of this new puzzle. And you want to be very careful with this element right here, because this is the connector of the previous images. So make sure to lock it, and you don't want to change the position, the size, or the color. For you to be able to upload this Instagram puzzle to your feed, you will need to split it into 9 different images and then upload each single image as a post. And we're going to do this with a new app in Canva, so you will be able to do everything without leaving Canva. Okay, coming back here to the design, I'm going to delete page number 1 because I don't need it right now. I'm going to work with this page right here. Now we're gonna go to apps on the left panel and search image splitter, this one right here. And we have here 2 different options. We can export the design that we see here on this document, or we can choose a file on our computer. Because I don't want to leave Canva, I'm going to select export design, and then from here you can select the file type. It can be JPEG or PNG, and then if you have a Canva Pro account, you can increase the size of this image. I actually do recommend this one, and if you have a Canva free account and would love to try this feature out and all of the Canva premium features, we have a free trial in the description of this video. Now I'm increasing the size of this export and then hitting export. And while we leave the app working, I want to mention that after we split this puzzle, I'm going to show you how you can create a carousel using one of these images, and also how to create a reel cover so you can still post carousels and reels on your Instagram account and still maintain this Instagram puzzle effect. Okay, the image is already here, and I can see that the grid is set automatically 3x3. This is actually perfect, and I can split the image. If you have created a bigger puzzle, maybe 4x3, or like more images, you will need to adjust here the number of rows. Now let me split the image. I'm gonna click here. After a couple of seconds, you will see that your puzzle will be divided into 9 different images, and I want you to have these numbers really clear in your head. This is actually the order in which you are going to be posting these images on your Instagram feed for the puzzle to look good. So this will be the first post, second, third, and so on. You will see that image 9 is actually post number 1. Image 8 is post number 2. So if you don't want to be confused, simply go to the last image. So this is image 9, and you're going to work upwards. Now add a new page and then take image 9 to set as background. You will see that this image will be added to the page, and at the same time it will be uploaded to Canva. You're going to continue, add page, and then go to to the following image above. So set background. You're gonna make sure that the image is completely uploaded to Canva before moving to the next image. When you're done, you would like to go to the grid view and make sure that you have 9 images in here. So I have 3, 6, and 9. And also make sure that they are in the right order. So this is the first one. I'm double checking here. Second one, third one. Okay, that's perfect. In your case, you will see, of course, this page here, page number 2. I created this page just to guide you guys. So you will see something like this. On page number 1, you will see the puzzle and then the following images. Now let me close this grid view because I want to show you that all the images you need to upload to Instagram are here under uploads. So if you want, you can save all of these images on your computer. And again, I do suggest that you do it one by one and that you take the time to name them. So we're going to name these images this way. Remember, this is what it is going to guide you always. You're going to take this image right here, click on the 3 dots, download, and you're going to name this image 1, save, and then you're going to continue. 3 dots, download, this one will be number 2, and so on. You should end up with 9 different images on your computer, and then you can use them to create any post that you wish. Just make sure you follow this exact order. Now, let me show you quickly how you will create a carousel. You're gonna go here to the home page, click social media, and then you can search for Instagram post to create a new document. Make sure that it says 4 by 5, so this exact size. And from here, you are going to select from uploads, if you want, the image that you want to use as a carousel. So this one is going to be the cover of my carousel, and you're going to right click, set image as background, and then you are going to add new pages to design your carousel. Okay, I have created something really quick just for the example. I have here a carousel. You're going to download it and of course select this image here as a cover of your carousel. I'm going to create now the real cover just to show you the steps, and then we are going to move to Instagram to show you how you need to post these images. Now, to create this real cover, you're gonna go again to social media, and from here, search for real cover. Select this option right here, 1080 by 1920. You're going back to uploads and upload the image that you want to use as your real cover. So let's say that I want to use this one right here. I want to create a reel sharing 3 content ideas for social media. I'm going to add this one here, and then you are going to make sure to add the images that are connecting this visual up and down. So go to uploads, find the image that is right above this one, and then if you have another one connecting below, you will add that one. If you are working with an image like, for example, this one that is not connecting with anything downwards, in that case, just add the image that is connecting to that one. So in this case, it will be this one above. Make sure you connect them, and then you are going to select them all. For this, right click and hit group. Real covers work a little bit different on the feed, so we need to do some extra work in here. We need to go to File and add some guides. So let's go to Settings, Add Guides. From here, you're going to make sure that columns says 0, rows 0, margin from the columns 0, and then the margin from rows, you are going to enter to 47, and then add guides. Now, we need to make sure that this side of the image in the middle touches this guide right here and this one right here. So we're going to increase the size of these images while you hold Alt or Option if you are using a Mac. And then go to Position and make sure that these images are aligned align to middle and center. Now, let me go back again, make sure that these images are right. And then this will be the cover that you are going to upload on your reel. Let me show you now the steps you need to follow to post this Instagram puzzle feed to your account. You're gonna take these images, you're going to send them to your phone, or if you want, you can upload them directly from your computer. In this case, you can see that I have this initial image that I have converted as a reel cover. So I'm going to send the reel cover instead. Because I'm using a Mac and I have an iPhone, I'm going to send this via AirDrop. So share, AirDrop, and then I'm going to select my phone. If you're using Windows, you can send these images via email, or you can connect your phone to your computer and send them that way. Okay, I already have these images here. I have already submitted the carousel. You can see here that I have these images to post the carousel. Now, let me show you the steps on my phone. You're gonna go to your profile, and from here, you're going to click on either of these plus icons. I'm going to tap on the plus icon that we see on top of the screen, and from here I'm selecting post. And the first post that I'm going to publish is actually a carousel, so I'm going to select the cover of my carousel. Sometimes in some devices you will see that the image is set as a square by default, so you need to make sure you click or you tap on this button right here and that the image looks complete. You are then going to tap on these squares, this button, to be able to select more than one image. I'm selecting here the other images in the carousel, and then I'm hitting next. From here, you can add a caption and fix all of the settings. I'm just going to share this post. Now we have the first post ready, and then if you want, you can continue posting the entire puzzle. You can do it in a day if you have a new account, or you can be posting one post per day or per week. That really depends on your bandwidth and how much content you can create. In this case, I'm going to publish all of the pieces at once so you can see the final results. Now, this time I'm going to upload the image using the plus icon at the bottom of the screen. Remember that following the right order is going to be crucial. So in this case, I really don't know which one is next. I'm going back to my computer view, and I can see that this image is number 2. So coming back to my phone, I'm selecting the right image, next, and share. I'm gonna wait until the post is fully uploaded before continuing with the next post. Now I'm gonna continue posting the other images until I reach the point where I need to upload a reel, so I can show you how to upload this reel cover. As you can see, this puzzle is starting to take shape, and now it is time to upload the reel. Now you can upload a reel by using any of these plus icons. I'm gonna go for the one below. I'm going to select a video to upload as a reel. It doesn't really matter. In this case, I'm using this video just as an example. Then hitting next. Now in here, before you click share, make sure to hit edit cover and then add from camera roll. Select the image that you have carefully created as your reel cover and then hit done. Then hit share. Okay, we have the reel ready with its cover. You can see it here, and the cover fits into the puzzle. Now I'm going to continue publishing the following images so you can see the final result. And here's the puzzle feed created with the new sizes. I really hope that you enjoyed this tutorial, and of course that you were able to create your own puzzle feed. Now, I want to ask you a big favor. If you enjoyed this tutorial and you learned something new, please let me know in the comments and also give us a thumbs up. This really helps us understand what kind of videos you really enjoy watching. Also, if there is something that you want us to create a tutorial about, please let us know in the comments. We are reading you guys every day. Also, if you want to continue learning about Canva, I do recommend our Canva master course. I'm gonna leave the link here and also in the description of the video. And I'm also leaving here a video full of Canva tips that I'm sure you are going to love. I think this is it for this tutorial and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!